Well, good evening and thank you for your valuable company tonight. You're watching EBN Weekend Edition. We're coming to you live from a rainy capital city of Nairobi. Well, thank you for joining us. Let's take a look at stories making headlines tonight. Government pathologist reveals gory details of Rita Waeni's remains after autopsy on the slain JKUAT student.
Wakitaja sana familia yangu, wakimtaja Gavana Kawira Mwangaza, wakisema ya kwamba amehusika katika mauaji ya sniper.
Governor Kawira Mwangaza and spouse demand answers from DCI after raid on their residence while investigating the death of Meru blogger Daniel Muthiani. President William Ruto in Uganda for the Heads of State Non-Aligned Movement Summit. Well, you can watch us live across our social media platforms on EBN TV. Our SMS line is 2359, as well as on our website at www.ebntv.co.ke. I'm Cynthia Nanjala. EBN Weekend Edition kicks off right now. Now, Meru County Governor Kawira Mwangaza is calling on the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, to publicly provide detailed evidence uncovered during a recent raid at a residence in the probe on the murder of blogger Daniel Muthiani, also known as Sniper. Governor Mwangaza, in a press address on Friday, flanked by her husband Murega Baichu, said should the DCI fail to honor her request, then she will lead the county residents in a protest until the demands are met. Emmanuel Marwa reports.
For the first time since the start of the investigation related to the death of blogger Daniel Muthiani, famous known as Sniper, two people, Vincent Murithi known as Supu, together with Kenneth Gwantai, County Governor of Meru Kawira Mwangaza, whose name has been continuously mentioned in the saga, have released a statement. Governor Kawira and her husband Murega Waishu have come forward and denounced the whole accusation, saying it was driven by pure politics. They have said that as a family, their name has been ruined, while saying that they will soon start protests to seek their rights.
Mmeshuhudia pia nyinyi watu wa media au ambao walikuwa wakiendesha hizo rallies, walikuwa wakitaja sana familia yangu, wakimtaja Gavana Kawira Mwangaza, wakisema ya kwamba amehusika katika mauaji ya sniper.
Maana wamemaliza kuinvestigate na hatuja interfere na investigation. Sasa mpira uko upande wetu. Kurudisha na kusema tunayo yajua.
They have nabbed opponents such as CS Agriculture Mithinka Linthuri, the Speaker of the Meru Parliament Ayubu Bundi, councillors and members involved in spreading the false accusation with the aim of defaming them.
Hii investigation ambayo inaendelea, tuliona wafuazi wakiongozwa na mjumbe Rendikili na wafuazi wa CS Meveka na wengine wakizunguka Meru mzima, wakisema ya kwamba Sniper siku ya kwanza alipopigiwa simu aliambiwa anaitwa na gavana. Nauliza hivi, gavana gani mujinga atatumana aseme mtu aitwa kwake na akijua huyo mtu anaenda kufa?
Si jambo la siri. Umeona wakizunguka, umeona wakina Mporo wa Bore wakizunguka, umeona wakina Rendikiri wakizunguka, umeona wa MCA wetu anaongea kwa kamera, anasema anaelewa ya kwamba gavana ndiye alihusika kwa hayo mauaji. Na yeye wanapoongea hivyo hakuna mtu anawauliza swali.
According to Kawira Mwangaza, her competitors had targeted 3 members of the family, where she vowed that she will take legal action against them for compensation. She further added that those who surround Daniel Muthiani are only taking advantage of the situation, saying they are bringing the whole issue into politics and taking advantage of the fund being raised to help the family.
Nyinyi kama DCI, kuna haja gani ya kusunguka na masubaro huku na kuna watu wanajua yule aliua mtu, mbona mwende kumchukua waambie ukweli?
Yes.
Kama gavana wa Meru, nilisema sitaongea wakati uchunguzi ulikuwa unaendelea, lakini sasa ni wakati wetu wa kuongea.
The governor says her family has been affected in many ways by ongoing politics, where one of her children has been mentally tortured after some media reported that he was arrested.
Mukaandikisha statement mpaka ya huyu mtoto. Mumepata nini kwa simu zao? Mkachukua simu ya mfanyikazi wangu anayenipikia chakula, mkachukua simu ya mtu ambaye anafagia hapa, mkabeba vitu ambavyo mlikuwa mnahitaji. Mbona mna update mambo nusu?
Sisi sasa tuanza kusunguka tukiitisha justice ya sniper ipatikane, na justice ya familia ya Kawira Mwangaza ipatikane, na justice ya walioshikwa bure ipatikane.
Emmanuel Marwa reporting for EBN TV at 9.
Now to a different murder case, pathologists are puzzled by the move by the killer of university student Rita Waeni Autopsy, whose body was found in a dustbin in Roysambu, to clip off her fingernails. A post-mortem conducted on the body on Friday showed she had missing nails. The finding has left detectives puzzled, with the motive of the killing still not yet established. Government pathologist Johansen Odwor, however, said there were remnants of some fingernails and that samples were taken for further analysis to help police in the investigations. The autopsy confirmed that the body was dismembered with the head chopped off and the legs also cut away from the trunk.
Of the body at the neck, and the head was missing. There also the circulation of the body at both legs, whereby someone cut the femur, head of femur, clean, so that now the legs were apart from the trunk. Other than that, she looked like she's someone who had lost some significant amount of blood, but this could have been after death. We've taken samples for analysis. One thing also we saw is that this person who did all this also tried to clip up the fingernails for a reason which I might not be able to know. And to us as scientists, when you see fingernails clipped away, we think probably it's a person who tried to hide evidence, so that now we are unable to get his DNA from this victim.
Now, women leaders led by Presidential Advisor on Women's Rights, Harriet Chigai, are concerned by the surge of femicide cases in the country. They have now called for the establishment of legislations to regulate social media, as it has been used to perpetrate some of the recent cases. The condemnation comes in the wake of the murders of Starlet Wahu and Rita Waeni in Nairobi.
As a mother and a leader and as a Kenyan, my heart goes out to the families and friends of these victims. This loss is immeasurable and their pain is our pain. While we mourn, we must also mobilize. These incidents are a stark reminder of the dark side of our technology and the urgent need for us to adapt our safety measures and legal frameworks into this evolving digital landscape.
Let us be sensitive to the families that have lost their loved ones. They need our love and compassion and not rebuke. And you can see we need an all hands on deck to ensure that all these matters are brought to book and the perpetrators are actually dealt with.
The way media reports murder as intimate partner violence as a crime of passion. There is no crime of passion. There is no passion in murder. So media has to also have a way in which you report issues of intimate partner violence, really, so that we are not sexualizing murder of women.
These people who are killing our girls, they are using drugs, whereby publicly the name is Mchele. And for that case, we are really working hand in hand with Pharmacy and Poisons Board as Cambridge as an institution, whereby it's supposed to put rampant measures to pharmacies, whereby they should not give out those drugs.
Now to the corridors of courts. The Court of Appeal has lifted orders that were issued by the High Court suspending the implementation of the Social Health Insurance Act, which is said to replace the NHIF Act. In their verdict delivered on Friday, Justices Patrick Kiage, Pauline Nyamweya and Grace Ngenye ruled that owing to the suspension of the rollout of the new health fund, there is a real and present danger to the health rights of countless citizens who are not parties to the litigation pending before the courts. The judgment read in part, and I quote, "We hereby suspend the orders of the High Court restraining the implementation and or enforcement of the Social Health Insurance Act 2023, the Primary Healthcare Act 2023, and the Digital Health Act of 2023. The Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nahumicha moved to the Court of Appeal, arguing that the High Court order had resulted in many Kenyans being denied medical care against the provisions of the Constitution. To the education sector, the Elimu Scholarship Program, a joint initiative by the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation and Equity Group Foundation, has commenced its 2024 scholarship class with 14,426 students from various regions across Kenya. These students will benefit from a substantial sponsorship of 9.39 billion shillings to support their secondary education. The scholarship program covers a range of essential expenses for students, including school fees, transportation to and from school, school supplies, and a stipend, or what we call pocket money, to support them throughout their 4-year education journey.
We are about to launch today means that the government is going to give hope to 52,000 runners across the country. Without doubt, the program is the greatest demonstration of the fact that education has the capacity to break the intergenerational cycle of poverty.
I would want to confirm that our own applicants with the Elimu scholars were more than 93,000. We've taken care of less than 15%. So we still have a huge demand out there. I would urge all other partners that they can tap into this particular pool of children who require that particular support as we move forward.
The administration of Nia Girls National School was forced to admit a determined Form 1 student who reported with only 11 exercise books and a pen. Fraser Anyango Odhiambo, who sat for her KCPE examinations at St. Teresa's Girls Primary School in Busia County and managed to score 376 marks, had to be admitted without any personal effects. She arrived at the school without even a pair of shoes, while in the company of her mother, who had only managed to borrow a small amount of money to buy her the exercise books and the pen. Well, the principal of the Nia Girls High School, Mrs. Helen Juma, confirmed that the students and her mother arrived at the school in the morning without any requirement, adding that they did not have a single coin for admission.
Mimi naitwa Wendy Onyango, nimetoka Busia. Niko na huyu mtoto hapa. Alifanya class 8 last year. Alipata alama 378 marks ambapo alipita, lakini mimi kulingana na mimi sina uwezo wa kumsomesha. Mtoto mwenyewe aliitwa Nia Girls National School, lakini tangu mtoto asikia ameitwa Nia, ameulizanga mami, hauna kazi, utaendaje shule? Mefika hii wiki yenye sasa watoto wana admission hiyo, watoto wanakuja shuleni, yeye hajaripoti. Sasa siku ya leo ilinibidi nikuje tu na yeye. Sina vitu zenye nimenunua ya kutosha. Na scholarship hizi pia nimetafuta, nimeshindwa kupata.
Majina mimi naitwa Odhiambo Fraser Anyango. Nasoma Busia St. Teresa's Girls. Mimi ningetaka wanisaidie niweze kusoma nipate elimu bora ili niweze kusaidia mamangu. Mamangu amejaribu kila kitu lakini imekataa. Amejaribu ku apply scholarship zote lakini tu kila kitu imekataa. Mimi ningependa tu mtu yeyote ambaye angeweza kunisomesha Tafadhali tu nisomeshe. Nimebeba vitabu, kalamu na bagi yangu. Mamangu ana pesa, amejaribu kufulia watu, lakini hiyo pesa yenye alipata tu inatumika tu sisi kukula. Haiwezi kutosha vitu zingine.
I'm sure that she can be assisted to join and to continue with her education up to Form 4. As a school, I think we can give a uniform. Maybe as an individual, I can buy for her shoes, and then the rest we can solicit for help.
Members of the County Assembly from Kakamega are urging the national government to release devolved funds to support the government's initiative of providing bursary funds to students. During the distribution of school fees to over 50 students in the Mayoni ward, Frederick Watitwa expressed concern that the delayed disbursement of funds could jeopardize the education of many deserving students from impoverished families. Gildon Shioso, the Central Butsotso ward representative, while providing supplies and school fees to students in his ward, conveyed his dismay at the arbitrary increase in school fees by some head teachers.
Mina waomba muache watoto waingie na hiyo pesa kwa kilasi wasome na mujadiliane na wazazi wenye hao watoto. Dunia imekuwa mbaya. Mafisi wa bodaboda wamejaa kwa barabara. Walimu na muomba wanachukua watoto wanasema kuja nikupatie fare. Uende lale kwangu, niende kazi kesho, nipate transport nikupatie.
Tunataka tukue na process ya vetting haraka iwezekanavyo ili basari itoke mapema isaidie wananchi. Najua watoto ni wengi sana wale ambao hawana school fees. Mwaka jana nilichagua watoto kidogo nikawapeleka shuleni, lakini nikarealize ya kwamba nimewacha pia wengi ambao walikuwa hawajaenda shule. Na unajua katika ile hali ya kuchukua wale wadogo kidogo karibu kinirambe, kwa sababu wengi wenye hawakupata hiyo nafasi waliona ni kama wameachwa nje. Rais aone wabunge wetu imani awapatie CDF, kwa sababu ile basari ya mbunge inasaidia pakubwa sana. Kwa hivyo akirelease hiyo CDF kwa wabunge, najua mbunge wangu mchapakazi bwana Titus Hamala pia ataongezea na basari yake, na wanafunzi wetu huku Lurambi watakuwa ni kusoma tu. Walimu wakuu hawaongezi fee structure kando na ile ambayo Ministry of Education imetoa maagizo ifuatwe. Na ikiwa kwa kweli kuna yule ambaye atapatikana, basi mimi namuunga waziri mkono achukuliwe hatua ifahayo, na hatua nzuri mtu kama yule asimamishwe kazi kidogo, kwa sababu
policy yao vitu zao wanafanya polepole. Tumeanza recruitment ya watoto ku apply bursary wazazi, tulianza December around 10. Up to now bado hatujakuwa sure pesa tunakuwa nayo kwa mashule lini. Unapata hiyo pia ni delay ambayo wazazi pia wanaumia. Na unapata kwamba hiyo pesa, hiyo 4 million mimi wagenipea kwa hii ward hiyo December, na ni split kwa wazazi vile huwa tunafanya.
Machakos County Governor Wavinya Ndeti has officially disbursed over 100 million shillings that will cater for education for bright but needy learners across 40 wards in the county. Speaking during the launch of the scholarships at the White House in Machakos, Governor Ndeti congratulated the beneficiaries who were picked through a transparent process by the Ward Scholarship Committee. She wished them well in their academic journey as she urged parents and guardians to ensure the learners remain focused.
Over the years, thousands of bright, vulnerable and needy orphan children in our society have missed great opportunities to pursue academic goals due to lack of resources. Since I took the oath of office, I committed to ensure that we empower our young people to pursue their dreams in education. In the last 1 year, we have joined hands with stakeholders in the education sector through our bursary program. My government disbursed last year 80 million shillings. And now we are disbursing 120 million in this financial year in the 40 wards. My government has created a new avenue that will empower bright and needy students to stay in school for the next 4 years. Through Machakos County Scholarship Drive, we are offering full scholarship to 40 academically outstanding but vulnerable students from each ward.
Students, even I'm sure the ones she is sponsoring currently, they are even much bigger number than the one we have here today. That tells you we have a leader who has a vision, because for the transformation of this great county, education must take center stage.
Madam Governor, let me say that we are eternally thankful on what you are doing for our children and for Machakos County as a whole.
President William Ruto has joined other heads of state and government for the 19th Non-Aligned Movement Summit, also known as NAM. At the opening session of the meeting that is taking place in Kampala, Uganda, President Yoweri Museveni was elected unanimously as the chairman of the NAM. Uganda, which succeeds Azerbaijan, will serve for 3 years at the forum that was established in 1961.
I also wish to take this opportunity to thank all head of state and government of NAM for their participation in this important high-level meeting. This summit is timely as it takes place under the theme Deepening Cooperation for Shared Global Affluence. It is indeed an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to strengthen our cooperation on the basis of a strategic partnership that endeavors to maintain peace, security, and development while expressing grave concern over the challenges posed by the continued prevalence of conflict, terrorism, and security and instability in some parts of our regions. A stark example today is the war in Gaza. Africa condemns this unacceptable moral, legal, and humanitarian failure and demands an immediate end to the unjust war against the Palestinian people and for the immediate implementation of the two-state solution.
Gatundu North families whose farms have been submerged by Kariminu 2 dam water are living in fear of landslides after the water reached their homesteads. The residents of Iruri, Kanyoni, Gitwamba, and Kiriko say that a tragedy is imminent after structures within their homes, including pit latrines, started filling with water and others caving in. At the home of one James Kariuki, a pit latrine caved in on Monday evening, leaving the family with nowhere to relieve themselves and in fear of losing their entire home to the dam. The locals claimed that the multi-billion mega dam was commissioned by former President Uhuru Kenyatta in 2022 has been the cause of their misery since water impoundment started in May 2022. Kariuki asserted that most pit latrines within the homesteads near the dam are almost filled with water and might soon collapse. Resident Ann Nduta, on the other hand, raised concerns that the families are currently staring at hunger since the water gobbled up their farms and destroyed all their crops.
Shida kubwa sana hapa Karimenu kwa sababu already landslides zimeanza kuonekana, choo zimeanza kuingia ndani na manyumba already it is hanging. Tunauliza serikali ikuje isaidie hawa watu wetu wa Karimenu kwa sababu tukishida tukisema ati wakuja na wakuji wakati kutakuwa na fifo, wakati kutakuwa na landslides ingia kwa Karimenu dam, ndio wakati hiyo tutaona watu wamekimbia sana.
Aja kabisa aja iko tu. Lakini naona hata choo hatuna mahali ya kwenda choo. Unaenda choo jana kuna mama mwingine alienda kwa hii choo ikabomoka. Saa hii hatuna mahali ya kwenda choo. hakuna mahali, hakuna kitu ya kukula huku. Tunaambiwa tuhame hapa, hii maji tunakuja kuvulia manguo hapa.
Sasa tuko na mara kama 3-4 maana hesabu na hesabu hatosheki, maana nakuja tena kuhesabu na hata wanahesabu na hakuna kitu wanalipa watu. Sasa unaona so inaanza kuteremka chini na maji ikawa juu. Sasa hiyo maji hata wale wanakunywa maji wanakunywa kitu baya. Na hata nema kama wanakuja, mimi nasema ukweli, wakija waangalia wataona ni ukweli mimi nasema.
Now, youth in Makueni County will get loans that will enable them develop themselves, especially through agriculture business, after the county government entered into an agreement with the non-governmental organizations Jacob's Ladder Africa. And the organization is expected to provide training and incentives to the youth who will benefit. The chief officer of the organization, Sela Bogonko, says the agreement provides an opportunity for the Jacob's Ladder Africa organization to provide training to young people and enable them to find funds to develop themselves, focusing on agriculture, business, and climate change. On his part, the county governor, Mutula Kilonzo Jr., says that this partnership is a good opportunity for young people to venture into modern farming, as many have been avoiding farming.
Kitu ambacho kimekuwa kikinisumbua akili ni mikutano yote ambayo tunafanya kuhusu kilimo chochote. Watu ambao wanakuja katika mikutano hiyo ni wazee, na nimekuwa nikishangaa vijana wataanza kilimo lini. Na katika mpango maalum ambao kupitia katika idara yetu ya kilimo wakiungana kwa karibu na idara ambayo inasimamia vijana, tumekuwa tukitafuta njia mwafaka ya kuwapatia kitu kinachoitwa kimombo incentive wale vijana ambao wanataka kufanya kilimo. Kitu ambacho vijana wamekosa ili wafanye kilimo ni fedha na wafadhili ambao watawasaidia kwa akili, kwa maarifa, ili wafanye kilimo na pia waweze kupata ajira na kupata soko. Kwa hivyo hawa Jacob's Ladder ni watu ambao walikuja kutuona mwaka jana, na kwa haraka kupitia idara hizi zetu za Makueni wameweza kuhakikisha kwamba sasa tuko na mkataba. Vikundi 20 vitapata fedha haraka iwezekanavyo baada ya sahihi yangu, na nimeshaweka sahihi. Kwa hivyo kuanzia kesho pesa iko. Watu waanze kufanya kilimo ili tutafute ajira, na badala ya kuwa tukisumbuka ama tukitetanisha ama kucomplain kuhusu ajira ya vijana. Hii ni njia mwafaka.
To not just look at this current generation or this current constituents of the populace and the voters that are within the populace, but to be able to think about the future generation. And that's what His Excellency is doing. And we are excited about this partnership. And today, as we start this journey, we are committing to ensure that every young person who has the willingness to work and the tenacity to be able to be part of this program or wants to do something with their lives can be able to, like I said, on the one hand, access resources, but be able to be empowered with the skills and the knowledge they need.
Masinde Muliro Kanduyi Stadium in Bungoma County is not being pushed to end just for the purpose of power celebrations on June this year, but it is also a stadium that will be used to develop talent in the county. This is according to the CS for Sports and Culture, Ababu Namwamba, when he was inspecting the stadium, saying that it will be set at an international level. Namwamba has said that they will cooperate with the Bungoma County government to ensure that the stadium is completed on time.
We have agreed as national government that we are now going to come in to support, to supplement the good work that the county government is already doing. Yeah. As the county government completes the pavilion and does the surface, we want the whole space around us. Okay? And it's a very big span. If we are able to put terraces all around, Kandui will enter international standard size of a stadium. So we have agreed it can go public and it can go official, that we have agreed that the national government will work in partnership, hand in glove, with the county government of the Great County of Bungoma to complete Kandui Stadium. And in doing so, we will keep in partnership. We have come with a technical team here, which is going to stay back to continue consulting with the county technical team so that we now assist each other. We have also agreed that as we hasten the completion because of Madaraka Day, we'll also pay keen attention to the basics that would make Kandui a venue for international events. Kuhusu gharama ya kukamilisha uwanja huu, hatuko kwenye nafasi ya kukupatia takwimu sahihi, kwa sababu ndio sasa tumeanza udadisi. Our technical team just arrived here yesterday na wameanza hiyo kazi. So if I gave you any figure now, I'll be speculating. We will allow our people to work closely with the county government and the technical team. After they have done the designs, what we have here is our phase one. The pavilion and the pitch is phase one. Now we are progressing with the county government to finish phase one and then start phase two.
Ningependa kusema ya kwamba tutakamilisha kazi in the standards. We have done in shorter time before a facility. We did it in Embu within the shortest, I think, 2.5 months. So 4 months for us for this remaining part is sufficient enough. We will be able to complete.
Around. Maana ni bahati kubwa sisi kama watu wa Bungoma. It's an opportunity for us. Tutakuwa na biashara, tutakuwa na wageni wengi na mambo mengi mazuri ambayo mtayaona. Tumeanza kupokea wageni.
Well, it is a wrap on EBN Weekend Edition. I hope that you're up to date with the latest making headlines across the country. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Have yourselves a wonderful night and keep warm. I'm Cynthia Nanjala.